Was geht mit denen ab?
Put your hands in the air. Don't make me chase you. There he is.
Na komm schon.
You don't understand. Someone has to stop the Venusians.
Alter, was ist mit den Typen nicht in Ordnung?
Farewell, cruel world!
Okay. Kann man ja mal machen, ne?
Can you drive to this one? So the wife was there when it happened, but then left the scene.
You're right. That's pretty unusual behavior.
She could be in shock. I saw some people do some strange things in the war after their buddies got hurt.
Maybe. Maybe she doesn't give a fuck. According to the patrons, her old man was a piece of work. You don't think... Phelps, the guy was run over. So it worked out well for this broad. So what? Maybe she deserved to catch a break. Who knows?
So, jetzt sind wir hier bei der Ehefrau von dem Getöteten. Ein kleines Motiv hat sie ja, wegen der Lebensversicherung. Die müssen wir ja immer noch im Hinterkopf behalten. Aber wir schauen einfach mal.
Yes? Hello?
Mrs. Patterson.
Is this about my husband?
We're investigating the incident, ma'am.
I see. Come in, won't you?
Aber die ist mir jetzt schon nicht sympathisch.
Can you tell me what happened?
What's to tell? He got hit by a car and now he's dead.
You don't appear to be too upset about the fact.
Lester and I met on a furlough in '44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick it out this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here,
I
and
beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
Ich habe direkt, ich habe direkt sofort eine Vermutung, und zwar, die beiden haben eine Affäre, beziehungsweise sind zusammen. Der Ehemann hat die ganze Kohle für diesen gemeinsamen Laden da ausgegeben. Ja, und jetzt haben die beiden den umgebracht, um an die Lebensversicherung, an die Kohle der Lebensversicherung ranzukommen. Da bin ich 100% sicher.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
Das kaufe ich hier nicht ab.
You expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me. He was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk?
We were always arguing. So what?
Ja gut, dafür haben wir ja die Zeugen, ne, dass es einen Streit gab. Ne? Einmal von dem Barkeeper und einmal von der Zeugin, die über der Bar wohnt. Also kann sie uns hier nicht einen erzählen von, gab keinen Streit.
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
Also der Barkeeper sagte ja eigentlich, dass der Ehemann ja die ganze Kohle halt verzockt hat. Also sprich, selbst wenn sie was angespart hat, hat sie nichts mehr. Und so wie sie guckt, lügt sie. Bin ich mir hundertprozentig sicher. Wie gesagt, der hat ja alles verzockt.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
Okay. Was ist das hier? Geschäftspartner, okay, darauf hat sie ja jetzt... Das hat sie ja nicht verneint. Ach, scheiß was drauf, wir nehmen das jetzt einfach. Wir behaupten einfach, dass sie,
You think I got nothing better to do?
ist ja
Beat
gut.
it.
Zack.
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this.
Okay, wir haben auch irgendwie noch eine Kleidung freigeschaltet. Mir wird aber das Telefon angezeigt. Mal gucken, wo steht denn das Telefon? Hier.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Pattison autopsy.
Thanks for
Okay.
your help.
Also der Gerichtsmediziner will uns auf jeden Fall sofort sprechen. Ja, mal nur
Doesn't tell me anything.
Bierflaschen und ein Pokertisch oder sowas. Hier geht es raus, oder? Klopf, klopf, klopf. Okay. Ich doch. Ah, die Messer hier. War da nicht auf dem Messer? Weiß nicht, sieht man das hier? Messer, 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 Messer. Blutiges Messer. Star Pride Küchenmesser. Star Pride. Star Pride. Okay, also hat die hier auf jeden Fall schon mal
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
die gleiche Messermarke im Haus, wie wir das blutige Messer da am Tatort gefunden haben. Wundert mich aber, dass man das irgendwie nicht aufheben kann oder so. Naja, wir sind ja jetzt erstmal zum Gerichtsmediziner.
You can drive. All right. Where to?
Welchen Schauhaus? Die war das, hundertprozentig. Die hat eine Beziehung mit den Typen da. Hat sie die Lebensversicherung hochgesetzt. Ihn in der Gasse abgestochen. Und ihn vors Auto geschubbt, so dass es aussieht wie ein Unfall, dass die Lebensversicherung auch greift und ja, und sie dann halt die Kohle abgreifen kann.
We could put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week. You'd be making a big mistake.
Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart. You're kidding me. Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife. Length of a bayonet.
We found a knife in the alleyway.
Where is it now? Was it bagged?
By Patrolman Kaplan.
Perfect. I'll get you a definite match.
Jesus, we got him. Murder 1. We were right there and they tried to stare us down. Now they'll both get the gas chamber. We have the knife, we have the coroner's report, and I bet we could roll Sabo as a witness. Let's bring her in.
Siehste? Hab ich doch gesagt.
You know the way. You can drive. Do we know where we're going?
Das ist genau so, wie ich es gesagt habe. Da brauchte man auch nur noch eins und eins zusammenzuzählen.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good, Lorna.
Put the gun down, Leroy. If you do something stupid now, you don't stand a chance in front of the grand
Nice of
jury.
you to give me up, sweetheart. All that whispering in my ear, telling me how we had to get rid of him, how good it could be, all the money we could claim, all that planning, how to get him into the street, how to make it look like an accident.
For God's sake,
you had
Leroy,
all
shut
the
up.
bases covered, baby.
I have nothing to do
You
with
think
it.
I'm gonna fry for you,
He's a
Lorna?
crazy man. Shoot him. Shoot him, for God's sake.
It's too late, Sabo.
Okay. Weg da! Darf ich jetzt einen schießen?
Stop or I will shoot. Last chance to surrender, Sabo.
Na.
Come on, Flatfoot, let's negotiate.
Put the weapon down now.
Fucking asked for it.
Okay. Also gebe ich ihm direkten Kopfschuss. Mach seine Lichter aus.
Spoken to the coroner, Mrs. Patterson. He confirmed your husband's cause of death. We'd like you to come downtown and answer some questions.
It wasn't me. It was Leroy's idea. Leroy stabbed him. I had nothing to do with it.
Where is Leroy now?
He's in the bedroom.
You're very good.
Ich spule das mal ein bisschen
Put the
vor.
gun down, Leroy. Stop,
Lester
or I
could be a
will
heel,
shoot.
but that's a lousy way for anyone. So, I give you a hit and run. You bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Ja, sehr gut. Sehr, sehr, sehr gut. Bisschen Fahrzeugschaden, aber sonst alles gefunden, Fragen alle richtig, Fall abgeschlossen, ehrenhaft. Was will man mehr? Noch ein Besuch in Race hätte gezeigt, wie weit Leroy gegangen wäre, um dem Gefängnis zu entgehen. Ah, okay. Also hätte man nochmal in die Bar zurückgehen müssen. Dann hätten wir vielleicht noch einen anderen Hinweis gefunden. Aber trotzdem. Ich bin zufrieden. Falsche Papiere.
Phelps, Bukowski. Beat cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there, see what you can find out. Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
Okay.
I swear the more vent cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
Also es geht jetzt wohl um einen Autodiebstahl.
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
Kann man hier eigentlich irgendwo seine Kleidung wechseln oder so? Geht das?
Straight through the red light.
Detectives. Die Sergeant, Patrol. Nö. So, neuer Fall, neues Glück.
They're calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
You hear whether they're making any progress?
But Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Poor thing. Terrible enough to be murdered like that without having to be dead. Strewn all over the front of you.
So, jetzt mal links. So, gucken wir mal.
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive. Get him. Remember, we need him healthy enough to answer questions.
Na dann.
1247, Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Frazer from 6 West 2nd Street.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
Komm schon.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
So, Feierabend.
Maybe I was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Get bracelets on him, Phelps. I'll call it in.
Out of the car now!
Kommt der überhaupt wieder raus?
LAPD!
Why did you run from us?
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with 2 tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Okay. Quittung 11.01.47. Unterzeichnet Cliff Harrison. Modell Kaiser Frazer, Typ Manhattan. Barpreis 2400. Radio, Zigarettenanzünder. Gesamt 2450. Gebrauchtwagenquittung.
Looks like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs Automotive.
Okay. Ja, dann haben wir gerade sein Auto ein bisschen zerstört. Fahrzeug als
You
gestohlen.
purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right.
Ja, klar.
And the ownership papers?
From the same place.
Kalifornischer Fahrzeugbrief, Cliff Harrison, 6.2. Bla bla, Cliff Harrison.
If this is a forgery, it's top notch. This will need to be traced.
Okay. Also 47. Das passt alles. Also entweder ist es wirklich eine Fälschung oder tief
You
für
have a
die
criminal
Flucht.
record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
Ah, nee.
You better give us something, Cliff, or we're gonna make this hard on you.
I didn't steal the car. I ran because I've got some wacky backy in the glove compartment.
How much, Cliff?
1 reefer.
We'll let it slide. You're in enough trouble.
Okay.
Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
Richard Coombs. Klar.
And he made out the bill of sale personally?
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison. Until we do, you're going downtown.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car?
If everything is legit, Harrison, you'll be out soon. Until then, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut.
Bag his possessions as evidence and have him arraigned for grand theft auto.
Right, Detective.
Do you know who my father is?
We need to get to Coombs Auto and check out
interessiert
Harrison's
mich doch nicht.
story.
wenn dein Vater der König von China ist. Nee, Kaiser von China ist das.
You can
Nee.
drive.
Where are we going?
Kumbus Automobil. Mal gucken, was die so zu sagen haben.
You know what? I think he's telling the truth.
Some of the most convincing people you will ever listen to are born liars. Usually they're called politicians.